Hey guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how I make this kind of rocky, cliffy bottom cake that goes with this eagle cake, how I make the finish on it. Okay, so if you want to see the full eagle cake, you can come on over to cakeheads.com. I show that full cake there, but for this bottom section, I just carved the cake to the shape I want it to be, which is, there's really no rhyme or reason. It's just, this general rocky shape. And then I am covering it with ganache. And the ganache, just, you don't have to smooth it totally down. It can be uneven because that is fine for the finish that we're going to put on top of this cake. So really just create the shape to whatever you want it to be. And I'm going to show you how to create the chocolate pieces that are going to go over it to make it look a little bit like a cliff or a rock for some sort of animal to be launching off of. Okay, so I have this chocolate here. It's almost 60% cocoa. It's a really nice chocolate, but you could really use whatever chocolate you want. It really doesn't make a difference. And I've melted it, okay? Straight chocolate melted, and I've got wax paper here. And what I'm going to do is pour the chocolate onto the wax paper. This is not hard. This is a really easy and quick technique and pretty effective, I think. You can use it as tree bark. This is a little bit more of like a stone. I wanted a sort of stone effect, so it works for that as well. But I am just using my spatula now after I poured the chocolate onto the wax paper and spreading it all around. Don't get it all the way to the edge, or when we do the next step, it's going to get everywhere on you. And you know what chocolate is like when it gets everywhere. The worst. Okay, so now I've got another piece of wax paper, and I am crinkling it all up because I don't really want smooth sections. I want them to be a little rocky. Yeah. That's the word I'm using. So, and I'm going to pat it down here. Okay. Again, that's why you don't want the chocolate all the way to the sides, because now we're going to roll it on up. If you got too much chocolate, it's going to squirt out on you. But roll it and then put it on a pan and stick it in your freezer until it hardens. And then once it is hardened, take it out and we're going to start to unroll it. Now, because you've crinkled the top piece of wax paper, it can want to stick, but it really is not going to be much of a problem at all. Just gently unroll it. If you do have a little section that's sticking, just use like a little tool. You'll see me use one right here just to kind of help pull it apart, and it will unroll for you. And then you're going to pull the top piece off, gently removing your sections. I wanted nice long pieces because of my nice long tall rocky cliff, and you get that because of the crinkled what's it called, wax paper. You get like a little bit of a rocky look on the top of it. And then to add it to your cake, super quick and easy, I'm just using ganache because I already have ganache on my cake. It works out really well. I've just heated up my ganache a little bit more and use it as glue. Again, whatever pattern you want, you can put these little pieces on. I'm starting with the top because I need like a little bit of an angled section up there, and then I'm going to start on the sides, and I just use it as glue. You can put the ganache onto the cake, or you can put it onto the back of the chocolate piece. The chocolate is actually, once it starts to warm up, it gets a little bendy, which is actually kind of nice. It doesn't crack as easily on you. I'm lining them up next to each other, but the edges are, rocky, which is great for me. So I'm doing that around the whole cake, but actually on this section, I wanted a little extra section to kind of jut out so it wasn't just so, perfect. And so I just kind of created that with little pieces, like a little protruding section of the cliff, if you will. I don't want it all to be super uniform, so I have some pieces that are a little bit at a slant, at an angle. You can break the pieces easily. It's really just a nice quick look to get something that you don't want to spend a ton of time on, but you want, you know, an effective sort of bark or rocky, jagged look to a cliff. Again, I'm just showing you how I'm adding the rest of it. You can use big pieces, you can use small pieces. They don't have to be sitting on the board. You can just, they glue very nicely to the cake all around. And then once you're almost done, if you've got some lines that like are too perfect, you can cover them with little extra pieces of the chocolate just to kind of make it a little bit more imperfect, however you want. So that is a quick and easy way to do it. And actually, over the course of a day, my chocolate kind of lightened in sections, which was really cool. I really like that effect. I added some powdered sugar for a little bit of a snowy look, and it worked really well for my Eagle project. If you want to see how I made the full Eagle project, again, come on over to cakeheads.com. We have an amazing family of cake artists over there that hang out and help teach each other, and there's a whole bank of tutorials of all different kinds of cake projects, and cake masters from all over the world have come to teach us the craft, and we really just enjoy hanging out in the community group on Cakehead. So come and be a part of our family over there and learn the art of cake decorating online. All right, see you later.